Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a fantastic new year and you really started to embrace 2022 and get all of your goals set out. Now, I'm a true believer in if you're not able to set realistic goals for what you want to achieve in the year, you're going to fail straight away. It's very typical. What we do is get into a new year, we set ourselves a lot of New Year's resolutions. Typically, I want to go to the gym more, I want to cut down on something, I want to make an improvement. And it's no different from what we're doing in trading. But goal setting is very, very difficult and a lot of people just don't get it right. They're very aspirational. As an example, I want to be a millionaire by the end of the year. But how do you actually go about achieving that, and can you actually measure your success on a regular basis? So the correct setting of goals is really important. It really aligns new behaviours, it really focuses the attention to achieving them and really gets that momentum to be able to progress to where you need to be. And if you are just taking a very casual approach to setting goals and just sort of writing them down but not really paying much attention to it, then ultimately those goals will fail and you'll not be as successful as you can be. So over the years I've had to work with many people setting their goals, whether it's in a work setting, in a professional or even a personal setting. I've done a lot of courses around coaching, being able to give guidance on people how to set their goals. Now, I'm a firm believer you need to set SMART goals. If they're not SMART and be able to written down and you focus on them, then they're not going to be achieved. Now, what do I mean by SMART goals? So a SMART goal is something that is very specific. It's what you want to do and it needs to be measurable. How do you know when you actually achieved the goal? What is actually the end outcome likely? Is it achievable? Is it actually in your power to actually achieve that goal and accomplish it? Is it realistic? So can you realistically do that goal? Do you have all of these skills and the knowledge to be able to do it? And what is the timescale to achieve it? When exactly do you need to accomplish this actual goal? And then by questioning the goal, really working out what you're going to be doing at each individual layer of that, you're then able to build up more of a plan, more of an actual structure of how you go about it. So let me give you an example. If my goal is to become a funded trader in 2022, obviously that is where it's been very specific. That is my end outcome. But what do I actually need to do to get there? So for it to be measurable, it's actually quite easy. If I want to be funded, therefore I have to go through the actual process to get where I need to be. I need to go through the challenge verification phase, and when that's successful, then obviously I'll get an email from the prop firm and they will actually say you are successful, you are now a funded trader. So you can measure your success in that outcome of getting that sort of validation and signing a contract with a prop firm. Now the achievable part is where it really becomes a lot more difficult. So is it in your power to achieve this? And I would say to most people, yes it is. But as always, there's that level of, do I have the skills to be able to do this? Do I have the knowledge, the technical trading ability, the processes, the systems? Do I have enough money to start the challenge? So again, breaking back down from where we need to be, these are all stepping stones to get to how we actually achieve the goal of becoming a funded trader. So just on one of those points, let's say we are starting off our trading journey and we want to do a funded account, but we only have enough money to pay for the lowest level. But we also know on our mind that we want to get to the ultimate, the higher level of the funded trader programs. So therefore we need to have more money, but we don't have that capital in our accounts right now to go and do that. First off, we can go and borrow that money, we can go and put it onto credit cards, or we can take the approach of saving the money. Working on that as a goal to start with, to be able to fund the journey to becoming a trader. And in that time, as you're saving up the money, you can obviously then focus on the technicalities of it. How do you trade? How do you get the process? How do you get the system? Work on demo accounts, really get to being able to achieve what the goal is. Are we realistic in setting that as a goal? And I think for most people, yes, as that is an example. If we are setting out saying, I want to be a millionaire by the end of the year, for most people that's not realistic. The only way it's going to happen is if you get the winning lottery ticket numbers, and for the majority of us, which is probably 99.9%, that's never going to happen. But we're also told many times that if we shoot for the moon and we miss, then we land in amongst the stars. Now, yes, I do believe that we need to be sometimes trying to overachieve, but not being unrealistic in what we're able to achieve. And so by setting that part of the goal being realistic, that allows us to achieve it. But again, also if we don't achieve, we're not going to feel bad about ourselves. We're not going to go into that negative spiral by saying, I didn't make £1 million, £1 million this year, and therefore I'm a failure, because we were unrealistic in setting of our goals. Now timely, it's very easy to actually quantify this. We can say we need to have it done by a certain date. Now a lot of people would probably say, I want it done very, very quickly, get over and done with, but also be realistic in what the timescales like to be. Now I know when I've done my challenges and got funded, it's often taken probably 2 or 3 times longer than I was expected. I'd say I passed on my 3rd attempt on my £140,000 account with FTMO, and obviously it took me the full 60 days in the verification process. So from end to end, it was probably a 5-month process to get funded. Now I know a lot of people doing it in 2 to 3 weeks, and that is totally achievable for them, but me being realistic in my timescales, I want to make sure I have enough time to be able to do that one. So again, the pressure isn't there to build on it. And if I achieve it way ahead of my timescale, then fantastic. I've done a lot better than I've set out to do from the start. Now setting goals shouldn't just be about the process of trading. I believe also around the personal development, the actual things outside of trading will make you better overall as a person and as a trader. So for me, I'm going to do a lot more focus on my personal development goals this year than specifically on the trading, because I know that one will have a much bigger impact on the other. If I go full out to say I'm going to do all these trading objectives, meet all these goals in my trading, there's going to be elements of my life that will suffer, and I might get stressed or anxious about other elements. But if I'm happy and content and my personal life and that development of it and those goals are really set out from the start, then I know that the knock-on effect of my trading is much better overall. So hopefully it's been useful in enabling to set some realistic goals for this year. And again, don't have to be a goal to take you all the way to the end of December 2022. It could be a goal just for the next 2 weeks, the next month. And if that goal is then successful, you can build on that one and set another goal for the following month or following quarter. And I definitely believe if you actually go about this process, setting smart goals, you will achieve far more this year than you ever thought was possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers everyone.